Welcome back to Featured Films. My name is Joe. Today we're going to do a bit of a special feature. We're going to talk about how the coronavirus is going to be hitting Hollywood. So how the coronavirus is going to affect everything. And you may be thinking at first, there's no way it could possibly affect anything with Hollywood or movies, but it definitely can. And I'm going to explain how. So over the past 10 years, China has been slowly increasing how much money they've been putting into backing and funding movies. And especially over the past 5 years, we've seen more and more studios, such as the Huayi brothers and Tencent, actually being listed as studios that are producing these pictures. And back in 2012, Dalian Wanda Group actually bought AMC Theaters, the whole movie chain. Now they've even got kind of a hand in theaters, what movies are being shown, and the process of how we go about seeing movies. Like I said, Huayi Brothers and Tencent have been, funding more and more movies. Huayi actually funded Bad Moms, The Foreigner, Molly's Game, Mile 22, Peppermint, and even Happy Time Murders. And Tencent actually funded Warcraft, Wonder Woman, Venom, Kong Skull Island, Bumblebee, Men in Black International. So tons and tons and tons of movies that have been big blockbuster hits have been funded by these companies. And so these companies being shut down, and China being shut down just in general, it really is going to affect how much of that money is going to be getting sent over to Hollywood and what movies are going to be getting funded. Large studios like Disney and Universal, they'll still be able to fund and back whatever movies of theirs they want. But smaller production companies like Lionsgate are going to have a hard time doing that. They've been relying more and more on Chinese funding to make movies. Disney and Universal are still going to be hit because their amusement parks are shut down and people aren't going to be seeing them. So that does affect the company in general, which will have a side effect on the movies and what movies are funded. And probably for a while, they're just going to stick to doing sequels and things that they know are trusted properties to sell movies and get some of that money back, instead of putting out new movies and running risks to possibly start something new. A lot of movies will probably end up getting delayed or even just losing funding altogether. So that's going to hurt, especially smaller studios where there's a lot of indie developers and just smaller budget movies that won't necessarily make $1 billion like Avengers, but, may still make a profit. I mean, Avengers may have made about $2 billion worldwide, but it still made over $600 million of that money in China. And now Japan is shut down, and so that's going to, again, continue to affect amusement parks. And then countries like Iran have been hit really hard and probably will be considering doing a shutdown of the country and the borders as well to kind of contain everything. And if they don't, actually countries like Jordan, which are nearby, may be affected. And Jordan is actually where studios like to go film desert scenes and things. It's where Star Wars actually did a lot of filming. We would actually lose a lot of places where movies go to film, which will affect the types of scenery and things that we see, but also will probably push a lot of studios to doing things in-house with CGI and these new screens that they use in shows like The Mandalorian. Now, with the way that movies work and the funding, we're probably not going to see the effects of this for probably half a year to a year, maybe more, because funding is always given ahead of time or during the process of production, but then during all the editing, post-production stuff, that's kind of what takes so long for the movies to come out. So movies that have already been filmed, recorded, got their backing, those are all still going to be doing fine, and they'll be released in about 6 to 8 months, whereas movies that are going to be still funded and produced later on, and they haven't been filmed yet, then those will be, the most significantly hurt, and that's going to end up pushing things back more and more, and we're going to see less major, big-budget movies out of these small studios like Lionsgate. So movies like Top Gun Maverick aren't going to be hurt, but later on, we could get movies like the Godzilla sequels or new Transformer movies or even Wonder Woman could be affected later on. Now, there is a chance that American companies could kind of jump in, start backing, and kind of take the Chinese model and back movies, make a profit off of them. But American companies haven't been historically known to do that. So we'll see what happens with that. But it's very likely that these movies are going to be hurt. And here, this time next year, movies are going to be delayed or pushed back just to kind of fill the gap, but also because they needed funding from somewhere else to keep the movies going and to actually produce them. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate any kind of likes, comments, subscribing, and let me know down below what you guys think, if there's something else with this virus, with the outbreak that could be affecting these movies or the production of them. Definitely let me know. And maybe there's something that I overlooked and we can discuss and kind of keep this going. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.